Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of your Recipe of the Week on Cooking Rules with Jules. That's me. My name is Julia Pontanis, and I'm here to help make your kitchen not only easy, but incredibly healthy as well. Or healthy and easy, whichever one you prioritize. But whatever, I'm here for both. Today, we'll be making Pico De Gallo, which is like a chunky salsa, but not a salsa because we will not be meddling anything together. For this recipe, all you'll need is onion, tomato, jalapeno, lime, and cilantro, and of course, salt and pepper. This is great for on top of your tacos. I like to put it on my eggs. You can put it on top of a steak. Whatever the case, it's delicious. I always like to start chopping my onion first. And since I have kind of a small tomato here, I'm only going to use probably about 1/4 of this onion. So I'm going to just give it a slice, put this off to the side, up to the side. I'm going to cut down lengthwise. Whoops, hopefully I don't have complete epic fail here today. My track record's not so great this day. I had a gym accident this morning, but that's okay too. All right, so I'm gonna slice it long ways, and then I'm gonna go back and get it nice and diced. Voila, now I have tiny little dices of onion. I'm going to dump it into my mixing bowl. I always forget a mixing utensil every time I get on camera. What is that all about? The next thing that I like to do is the jalapeno. So I'm not obviously going to use all of this. I'm going to cut this guy's top off, and then I'm going to slice them down the middle so I can get to the vein, is what they call it. That's in the middle there where all the seeds are at, and I'm going to go to my garbage and get rid of that. I don't want any seeds or any of the pith in there either. So have my half a jalapeno. Same thing, I'm gonna slice and dice this guy. So I'm gonna go into long, thin strips. I don't want any flavor to overpower any of the other ones. So I've got nice little thin jalapeno strips here. And now, I'll just set that there. I'm gonna go back and again, dice it up. So I'm tucking my fingers under because I don't need to have any kitchen accidents today. The gym was enough. All right, here we go. Oop, missed one. Gonna take my jalapenos and dump them into my bowl. Next thing I'm going to do is my cilantro. Now for this, I've already washed it and patted it dry. I'm just going to go through and pull off all the leaves. And I've mentioned in other videos before, I actually enjoy doing this. I kind of like picking off the herb leaves and chopping them up. I feel like it's kind of fun. Reminds me a little bit when I was a kid and picking weeds for my mom as flowers. Giving her surprises. And cilantro is one of those things, again, to taste. So here I have probably about, I don't know, 10 sprigs worth. You can always add more or less. So I just highly encourage you, as you are mixing these things together, that you taste as you go. So if you know you're not a big cilantro fan, then do not add nearly as much as what I'm adding. Almost there. And of course, you know, fresh is best. I just picked these up this afternoon from the market, so the sooner you use these herbs, the better, because they do have a tendency to get slimy fast. Almost there. Sometimes I just like to use the pull and slide method. Yep, see, these already kind of look a little sad, so just throw that away. Okay. Boom. Have my pile of cilantro, and all I'm going to do is run it across my knife. Again, I'm using like that rocking motion, going back and forth. I guess this also kind of reminds me of cutting the grass, and although I really dislike the sound of the lawnmen, I really do love the smell of fresh cut grass. So I'm going to go lengthwise a few times, and then come back and go horizontal. Try and stay on camera here, hopefully not making wild faces per usual. Awesome. Okay. So now that's all nice. You can see a little bit of that's on the edge of my knife. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop it into my bowl. And I saved the tomato for last because it tends to get juicy all over my cutting board. So in order to keep things as clean as possible, I do that one last. Okay. I like to slice my tomato down the middle first, and then go through and then cut out the top of that where the stem was and throw it away. Instead of trying to cut a circle and wasting tomato. I don't like that. These came from my local farmer's market, and they are holy cow delicious. So I always encourage you to shop local when you can, because there's no comparison to these tomatoes as to store-bought ones. And these are hydroponically grown. All right, so I actually think I'm gonna cut my little wedges again in half because I wanna keep this Pico De Gallo nice and diced up. I don't want any one size of ingredient to outpower the other. Now, I did a video on chicken tacos, and I said I would do a video on Pico De Gallo, so now you can put 2 and 2 together. I'm gonna just take a few of my wedges at a time, and I'm gonna start to dice them up. Again, I'm gonna keep with that rolling motion. Just a few at a time. Everybody's preference is different. I am a self-taught chef, so my technique is not, school taught, but I do know a thing or two about how to handle a knife. So, and I'm just gonna dice it up. Some of those were a little big to get even. And then I'm gonna mix it all together and start to season with salt and pepper once I get all of my ingredients in my bowl. So now here I have, I'm gonna just look for big pieces of tomato that need to be diced, which we're looking good. So I'm gonna get these guys right in the bowl. You could always de-seed your tomatoes, but I just don't have that much patience, to be honest. Most of the time I want it quick and fast. All right, so to finish off this recipe, all I'm going to do is take my lime, cut it in half, make sure that I don't have any seeds. I forgot a fork. Per the usual. And I'm just going to squeeze the lime juice on top of the onion and jalapeno cilantro mixture. Stir it up, salt and pepper, and season to taste. So again, make sure that you taste as you go, because you can always take away salt, or you can always add more salt and not take it away. Anyway, so I have a nice mix in my bowl of lime juice and Pico De Gallo. And of course you can put it on top of eggs, you can eat it with tortilla chips. I like to put mine on hamburgers sometimes, so it's really versatile. Sometimes I just eat it by itself. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, you have to tell me why so I can get better. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get notifications of when this recipe posts. So until next time, bye.